In my last video of my Super Smash Bros. 7 series, I discussed the new direction that the next Super Smash Bros. Installment could take if Sakurai does not return. That's right, I said Super Smash Bros. 7 because the next Super Smash Bros. Game will be the 7th title. Sakurai has said it himself that Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS are technically separate games because they're on different consoles and the stages are different. And I have to keep saying this because so many people keep telling me that I'm wrong and it's Smash 6, but this is the evidence, people. Educate yourself. Anyway, with that out of the way, you don't have to watch my series in order to get everything. You can go back later after this video if you just found the channel. If you did, hey, how's it going? We will be discussing the roster that I think will be coming to the next Super Smash Bros. Game, but that's going to be after this video. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and want to stay tuned for that. In this video, we're going to be talking about unlocking characters and content in general in Super Smash Bros. I've always loved unlocking content in Super Smash Bros., specifically Melee and Brawl, because it wasn't too difficult to get everything, and it was still fun. I used to delete my save files just to see how fast I could unlock characters and stages again. And that was back in the day where unlocking characters, there were different ways you could do it. You could do 100-man melee, you could go through adventure mode, you can beat, classic mode in a certain time, certain amount of versus matches. All these things were possible and it made it really fun, and your routes could be very different each time you restart it. However, as the series went on and on and on, they kind of changed that up and made it way more linear, where it was only just versus matches for the most part, to the point where you didn't even unlock any of the stages. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was kind of the end point where I got really frustrated with unlocking content in a Super Smash Bros. Game. Because the roster is so large, you would think they would make it very quick to unlock characters. And I actually love the idea that the starting roster for Ultimate is the original OG characters from the Nintendo 64. However, unlocking these characters is an absolute pain. Yes, you could grind Classic mode, or go and beat World of Light, or even just do a bunch of versus matches, but there was no special or creative ways to unlock these characters. In addition, there was a 5 to 10 minute buffer in between each unlock of a character, where if you didn't soft reset your game, you would have to wait that long to unlock the next character. And like I said, this roster is ginormous. You have over 30 characters to unlock, so it's just going to take a lot of time. And when you want to reset and do it again, it's just not fun. Trust me. I've accidentally deleted my file, or something's happened where I had to unlock all the characters again, and it becomes more and more of a chore. Yes, there are ways where you do like 20 minutes and you just run back and forth on a stage for 20 minutes and then just keep soft resetting your Switch and stuff, but like, come on, that is not nearly as fun as how you could unlock all the different characters in Melee. Am I the only one that thinks this? Maybe. Let me know down in the comments if I'm just insane. However, you could also unlock stages in Melee and in Brawl. I can't remember if you could in Smash 3DS and Wii U, but especially those games, the more you played, the more levels you unlock. And yes, some stages were really annoying to unlock, but there were some where you had to do very unique things, such as Yoshi's Story in the classic 64 version for Melee. And I really liked this. It added a challenge, but it also added some extra secrets to the game. In Ultimate, you just have everything, and it's HD, remake, glory. And in one side, it's really nice, right? It is good to have all of those accessible, especially if you have a favorite stage and you just want to play that one all the time. However, it would have been nice to unlock stages. I really think this would have been a nice little feature to add. Am I in the minority? Maybe, but I just really miss doing that. So what I really hope is that in Super Smash Bros. 7, we will get a very back to square one, if you will, unlocking system, where if I want to unlock a character, I could have 2, 3, 4 different ways to unlock them. There isn't a buffer in between unlocking characters, and also I want stages to be unlockable again. Now, there are some unlockables that I think were really questionable. Like in Melee, you could unlock additional rule setting once you got all the stages or something, which will let you change like the random order of stages and stuff like that. And it makes sense because they don't want you to be able to do that when you don't have all the stages yet. But they have the technology now, and everything's advanced so much that even if you don't have all the stages unlocked, you should be able to change the settings for the random stages, even if you don't have all of them. I'm getting a little bit winded here, but I just can't emphasize enough how fun it is to sit there and just have the alert screen go off as a new character silhouette pops up on screen. You're playing with your friends and a notification pops up revealing that you've unlocked the new stage that you had no idea was even in the game. A lot of secrets and stuff are easily revealed and spoiled very early on in a new game being released, but it would be nice to be able to just unplug from the internet for a few days when the next Smash Bros. Game comes out and just see what it has to offer. But they might not do this. They might even go the complete opposite direction and have no unlockable content in the game, and everything's just right there from the jump, and you just need to pay money to get extra stuff, DLC stages, DLC characters, and just do the fighter pass altogether. Now, I don't think this is necessarily a terrible idea if the value is good enough, but we can't tell at this particular time. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Do you like the unlock system in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or do you think the ones back when it was like Melee and Brawl were a lot better? Do you want to see unlockable content come back for the next Super Smash Bros. Game? Or would you like how I just said, where everything's unlocked and then just the new stuff is behind a paywall and you just have to buy a fighter pass or whatever? Let me know down in the comments, and I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a smash-tastic rest of your day. See ya.